I think one of the biggest things is, we've really been focused on the future of construction and how this industry is evolving as we move forward into, the next 100 years of building. And one of the big things that we wanted to do is we wanted to create a space for executives to have a conversation about what we believe the future is going to look like.
We're up here in Napa for the Procore Championship behind the build. I mean, this is going to be an amazing end to the tournament, but you have some really exciting things that you wanted to share with us about what's going on during the tournament, the Future of Construction Summit. I know that's a big part of this whole week. The tournament is not just the golf event, but obviously the events that you guys put on as a part of it. But yeah, tell us a little bit about the event, what's kind of behind it that you guys are going to put on.
So we have a summit on Friday of the Procore Championship. It's going to be great. DroneDeploy is going to be there. Data is going to play such a critical role in what we do in the future of our industry. And so how we capture, reality capture, how do we take that information, we automate it, right? And then we use it to drive decisions. And that's really critical to how we evolve the future of our industry. We can't just stand back and just rely on our guts forever. We gotta bring some data to the conversation.
Well, I think that's what's really fun about this is, one, we felt incredibly privileged to be a part of it. It was awesome to get your guys' invite to want to come out and be a part of it. And we've actually been out here for even a couple weeks and talk a little bit about just the things that we've been capturing and how you guys have been using it on your team. And it's exciting because it's not often you get to come out and capture an amazing venue like this. And yeah, just talk a little bit about how you kind of already used some of that data already.
Yeah, what's really amazing is that we didn't just look at it as like, hey, come and be a part of the sponsorship of this event. We really wanted to activate with you. And so we're doing a lot of stuff, right? We're literally flying this build a couple times a day. As you can see, the stuff is going up behind us. It's going really, really fast. The team's using that data to monitor progress of the build. We're doing that from all over the world, right? I'm keeping our teams up to date on what things are happening. We're also really engaged with the community. A big part of, Procore Championship is how do we engage the community. So later today, we're actually heading over to with the Boys and Girls Club to take 100 middle school students through, what is it like to be in construction? And we've got, humanoid robots, we've got robot dogs, we've got VR, all the fun stuff that kids love, but help them fall in love with construction. And so it's our way of really engaging the community around us as well. And then, it was just such a natural fit with all the things that you do, the golf course, the expansive stretch of this project, the ability for you to capture that autonomously and then feed that data back to us, which they're actually using Procore to build out this build out, which is really the first time that anybody's used it to build out a kind of a temporary city like this on a project like this.
I think what's really cool is this is the fact that we can use our platforms to put on the event. That's what's pretty neat about it is obviously the data that we're capturing and you guys being able to use it. It's like we didn't build our products to be used in this maybe capacity, but it's fun to be able to use it in the way that we have. And I'm just curious, going back to the summit event too, is there anything else that you've kind of seen where executives can kind of come together and have those conversations? I think, what is your kind of hope and takeaway for executives that do come to that summit to really walk away with at the end of it?
We want this to be an extremely collaborative event. And that's the reason that we've kind of created the format that we've got short keynotes that, we're going to talk about some big vision things that get them thinking. And then we're going to have interactive panels. One of the biggest challenges to evolving into this future of construction is actually going to be the people, right? It's one of the things that's hardest to do is to handle the change management. And so we're running a workshop at the end of the day to help facilitate how leaders in our industry can actually manage that change, because the speed at which we are seeing the evolution of technology in our space is so fast. You have to have this muscle around change management. And so when you combine that with a backdrop like this and the opportunity for hundreds of executives to spend time together and build those relationships, it's just a huge opportunity to provide something that we don't see anywhere else.
Yeah. I think what's neat too is obviously you guys put on an amazing event in the tournament itself, but to build these kind of mini opportunities during the actual tournament. But what do you hope the community kind of takes away from this event?
Our biggest goal in all of this is, we want people to know who Procore is, but more importantly, we want them to know about construction. We want them to know about the people that actually build and do the work in this industry. There's such amazing projects, and they are literally building everything around us that support our communities, and we need to put that up on a pedestal. We need people to learn more about that. And we also know that like people have some misconceptions about what it is like to be in the construction industry and whether or not it's a great career. We want people to see that, this isn't your grandfather's construction industry, right? Now we got cool technology, we got VR, we got robots, we got, we're building things in 3D models, and they get to experience that and get excited about it. We want to help put construction on the big main stage. And, this is a fantastic tournament. We've got the Ryder Cup team's going to be here. There's a lot of buzz around that. And we're just really excited to partner with Sport 5, with Impact Through Golf, with all the partners that have helped sponsor this event to really up level and bring construction in front of the world.
So within Procore, you guys are obviously using it to manage this project too, but how helpful is it to have kind of the source of truth of what's actually happening out on the site that you guys can see kind of every day?
There's a lot of stakeholders. And so being able to bring all of that information together in one place on one platform. So taking the drone imagery data, taking the progress of what they're actually built, the plans, all the information, and bring it into one collaborative place that all of those teams can have access to is so helpful. Because now, there's no questions how are we doing on the build on 18? Where is the construction club at this moment in time? Are we, are we ready to start putting up graphics? We can know those answers without a doubt because we can go and look at the imagery. We can go look at what's supposed to be there on the plan, and we can all go to one place, and we're not trying to navigate 25 different, document storage solutions in order to go do it.
I think what's interesting too is, this is the first year we actually brought out a docked drone solution. Unfortunately, none of us live out here in Napa and are, a stone's throw away to be able to come out and capture it. But just talk about the automation piece, because you mentioned that earlier of, how helpful it is to just know that, hey, it's going to be taken in the morning, it's going to be taken at night, it sits up on the roof, it just kind of goes and does its thing. How much is automation just kind of unlocked all that information now being in that platform to just be able to see whenever you need to?
Yeah, the automation's huge, right? When we talk about the evolutions that are happening in our industry right now, I think some people get a little bit scared about things like robotics and automation because they're like, oh, that's going to take away my job. I don't think about it that way, right? Think about if there was a person that had to drive out here every day, twice a day. This thing's moving super fast. This will look different in 6 hours than it does right now, right? The interesting thing there is now you can capture more data because it's automated, right? It's someone's remote kicking it off, and they're getting the information that they need. It allows us to capture more data and then let our teams actually focus on the most important things, which is actually solving the problems that arise, right? The complex challenges, and that's so useful, right? It is a better use of our people's time when we can lean into the automation and then really drive the consistency on the data capture too.
Kris, this has been awesome, man. Thank you for, one, just inviting us to be a part of this event. It's obviously incredible. You guys put on not only just an amazing conference at the end of the year, but to even do this has been really cool to see. And, we're incredibly thankful to come out and unlock your guys' team to be able to see some of that stuff too.
We appreciate all the partnership. I mean, it absolutely has been that, because you have been here every step of the way with us, helping to support the build, helping to support the community activations, helping to drive the attendance of executives at Future of Construction Summit. And I think that's really important, and that's what makes great partnership and why we're super to have DroneDeploy here with us at the Procore Channel.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for having us out, Kris. It's great to see you. Thank you for the Procore team again to have us. And yeah, we just look forward to an amazing event. And if you're an executive too and going to be here, we're really excited to get to meet you and get to talk and collaborate with you and just have a conversation, like you said. And I think that's what's going to be the exciting thing, is just to be able to walk away and know a little bit more about the tools that are being used, know a little bit more about how this can impact the communities that we're here, and honestly enjoy some golf, right?
Absolutely.
Stay tuned. We'll catch you on the next one.